Now, a lot of people were killed in Oregon in a community college called, it has a funny name, Umpqua Community College. It says 10 to 13 people were killed, and it said 20, supposedly 20 were wounded, but the story keeps changing. It says 10 were killed, 7 were supposedly wounded, but I think the story was it was like 10 to 13 people were killed, and supposedly 20 were wounded in a school shooting. It's like every year we hear of this. We hear we have school shootings. Our condolences go out to their families and to the victims, and to the families who lost loved ones in this senseless tragedy. It's like every year we hear of some tragedy happening at a high school or college or somewhat. It's like it kind of takes you back to the Virginia Tech shooting. Kind of takes you back to the Sandy Hook Elementary. Kind of takes you back to the only one I can think about right now is Columbine. It kind of takes you back to that. But anyways, 10 to 13 people were supposedly killed. 7 were supposedly wounded, but others say 20 were supposedly wounded and 13 people were supposedly killed. It's like every year we hear of mass shootings, school shootings. It's like every year we hear of these senseless tragedies, and they're comparing the school shooting. This school shooting to terrorist attacks, and they're also comparing it to ISIS. If y'all don't know what ISIS is a terrorist. For many of y'all who don't know what ISIS is a terrorist organization. But as I said, our condolences go out to the victims and to the families who lost loved ones. Who lost loved ones in the senseless tragedy. But as I said, it kind of takes you back to Virginia Tech, Sandy Hook, Columbine, and it's like, people are going crazy. People have gone gun crazy. It's like people are getting killed over stupid stuff. It's like people are obtaining guns more and more just to go around killing people, and that's just being downright destructive. But as I said, our condolences go out to the victims and to the families who lost loved ones in the senseless tragedy at I think it's called Umpqua, something like that. Community college in Oregon. And the thing I don't get is what is up with the school shootings. It's like the school shootings have become more and more commonplace. It's like violence, the crimes have gone up for some reason, and the people are just killing other people. I mean, and just being downright destructive. These school shootings, tend to happen more and more as we hear about them on the news. But as I said, this kind of takes you back to Virginia Tech, Columbine, and Sandy Hook. And these tragedies are nothing to joke about. In other words, these tragedies are nothing to make jokes about. Joking about these tragedies is nothing new. Making jokes about these tragedies is not funny and it's not cute. It's like every time you turn on the news, you hear about some school shooting or some other senseless tragedy. These tragedies are not to be made fun of. These tragedies are not to be made are not to joke about. These tragedies are real, and if you think these tragedies aren't real, think again. Because how would you like it if you were to lose a loved how would you like it if you were to lose a loved one in these tragedies? How would y'all like that? But as I said, these tragedies are nothing to joke about, and these tragedies are not to be taken lightly. These tragedies are to be taken seriously. But as I said, this shooting at Umpqua Community College in Oregon is a sad tragedy. 10 to 13 people were killed, 20 were wounded. But then again, some say 7 people were wounded in a senseless tragedy. And again, our condolences go out to the families and to the victims. And as I said, our condolences go out to the families who lost loved ones in a senseless tragedy.